Hello, this is Staff Sergeant Amaya, and today I want to share with you 3 things you should know before speaking with a recruiter. And my first advice is that come in on time and with the documents that the recruiter asks for. Many times a good recruiter is gonna have a calendar, is gonna let you know the best time to come in. And the reason why that recruiter is trying to do that is because they're trying to give you the best service possible. So if you come in on time, he's gonna be able to listen to you and really help you out and give you a good blueprint. And sometimes the recruiter gets so busy with their day that they might have 2 applicants come in at the same time, and they may not be able to give you that service, that the best service possible. So first tip is come in on time and bring in the documents that the recruiter is asking you for, because it's going to make the process a lot easier. Tip number 2, my tip number 2 is going to be listen to your recruiter. Right now, about almost 70% of Americans don't qualify to join the Army, and a lot of the times, so what that means is a lot of the times the recruiter is trying to help you be able to enlist, because that's his job. And a good recruiter is going to tell you the things that you don't want to listen to, and that's a big thing, because a lot of recruiters sometimes won't tell you because they don't want you to run off. For example, getting a medical job sometimes is difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. And if the recruiter doesn't tell you up front, then you might come in with that expectation, and that's gonna affect you later on and the recruiter. So listening to your recruiter is a big thing, especially, and I mean it, especially if he or she is telling you something that you don't want to listen to. You want to listen even more, because they're just telling you the facts. They, for example, you might have seen an advertisement for $40,000 online, and then you come in expecting that you're gonna get $40,000, when in fact that's only for alpha applicants, and also for combat arms, and you have to sign a 6-year contract. So those are the requirements. But you saw an ad online that said $40,000, so now you come to the office thinking that you're gonna get that, but you're not, because that is not for you. That's for somebody else that is meeting that specific criteria. So listen to your recruiter, especially when he's telling you things that you don't want to hear, because they're guiding you. And my third advice is going to be goes with the same thing with listening to your recruiter, is don't take things at face value. Especially, and I mean it, especially on YouTube. And I'll give you an example. The death rate for the Army almost over the last 20 years has been like 0.07%. So that's less than 1%. But if you listen to a YouTuber talk about the Army, they might make it seem like you're gonna join the Army, the Army's gonna put you to go infantry, and then you're gonna die in the war, when the probability that is very low. So you take that stuff at face value, and then you come to the interview with the recruiter, and he's trying to tell you that things may not be like that, but because you saw that, you're coming in with a bias. So be very careful what you see online, and don't take things at face value, to include the recruiter. And also, especially for YouTubers and for people who are doing online social media, just be very careful. Don't take the information at face value, especially if you have a recruiter who's trying to look out for your interests, and he tells you things that you don't want to listen to. So that is my 3 things. Let me summarize it. Make sure that you show up on time with the documents. Make sure that you listen to your recruiter, especially if it's giving you advice that you never heard before. And make sure that you don't go into the appointment with a bias, because that recruiter is going to sit down with you, and he's going to explain his story, the Army story, and a lot of different options for you. And sometimes if you have a bias because of what you listen to online, then you're gonna come into that interview, really, and it's gonna be hard for you to absorb everything. So that's it. This is Staff Sergeant Amaya. Thank you for listening. Bye.